Hey everybody, this is Willie Jello Johnson for the Titus Podcast. This episode brought to you by Harris.com. Go to Harris.com, use promo code Titus, save $5 off your first order. Also brought to you by Castro. Go to Castro/Titus and use promo code Titus, and you can win a hell of a deal on one badass mattress. And now, with the Armageddon update, people, is Christopher Titus. Do it, boy.
I'm Christopher Titus, and this is the Armageddon Update. And on this day, a couple weeks before Jesus was born, I'd like to thank Jesus for being born 5 days before the end of the tax year. Jesus was born in the manger. And the first day after he was born, Mary returned the gifts to Bloomingdale's that the wise men brought. Who the hell gives an infant myrrh? Frankincense for a newborn? Why don't you use a little fucking common sense? We need diapers and baby monitor, you idiots. Wise men, my fuzzy butt. He's the Messiah, not a prostitute. Frankincense. Anyway, on this day near Christmas, I want to point out how much our government has really forgotten about us. Not the president. I believe he's a good man who has turned the country around from the Great Recession and the Wall Street crash. Unemployment, interest rates, housing, GM, bin Laden, wages, blah, blah, blah. And I know some of you don't like him, but the numbers are the numbers. Please don't argue with me. I'm tired of it. I'm just a comedian, not a politician. Hell, if a Republican had pulled the economy up out of Satan's anus like Obama did, I'd be saying the same thing about them. But the last president drove us into a ditch. But I'm talking about Congress. These guys are the worst of America. The new Republican Congress has had 170 days, and here are a few things they did and did not do. Republicans did nothing for the first 18 days. They basically clocked in and clocked out. Zero jobs bills passed, but they raised the deficit by $610 billion by passing more permanent tax cuts for, guess what? People who make over $1 million, and corporations, while voting to raise taxes on the middle class, families with children. They raised taxes $2,000 for everybody. They also voted against training resources for veterans. That's right. Guys come back from war don't get any extra training help to get good jobs. They also voted 7 times to repeal Obamacare, making a total of 60 times. They ignored student loan debt bills, and they wouldn't even allow a vote on the Paycheck Fairness Act. And here's the worst thing. They won't refund the 9/11 responders bill. That's right. They won't save the lives of the guys who save lives. The people that run into the fire, that pull out people out of accidents and put their own bodies on the line to look for bodies and survivors. Mitch McConnell stopped the bill to help the people that ran towards the worst disaster in American history. 9/11 responders are dying at an alarming rate, but it ain't because of their diet. It's because when those buildings fell, they were buildings built in the 50s, 60s, and 70s, a time when asbestos was used like frosting and deadly chemicals were just how it was done. In those days, they thought, hey, you got 2 kidneys, so what if you shit one out because of the PCBs? And after 9/11, these heroes didn't just pick up and go home. They worked the rubble for months, breathing in all that horrible nightmare, stuff in their lungs. Stuff that Satan's allergic to. Caustic, toxic chemicals, deadly fumes and dust, because they wanted to find one more person, to find someone's loved ones and give them a little bit of peace. And Mitch McConnell and a bunch of other dickheads in Congress voted against it. Some Democrats too, by the way. How can any of us pick a political side when neither is on our side? I hope that their houses all catch on fire and the firemen and cops just stand outside and watch it burn to the ground. But you know what? That won't happen, because every fireman, EMT, and police officer I've always met tries to do something Congress can't seem to do, which is serve the American people. I'm Christopher Titus, and this is the Armageddon Update. Hey, everybody. Christopher Titus, Titus Podcast. Close to Christmas. We're going to do another one before Christmas, but we're close. We're getting close to the happy holiday season. With me, as always, sick as a dog, running a fever, and she's got a nodule on her throat the size of a radio knob. Bombshell Rae.
What's up, people?
And over in the back, Feetai.
Hey!
No, there's only 1 feet.
That was super, very, very, very.
It was too much verve. That's when he
starts
to
Christmas.
sound like that. I think maybe we're paying him too much.
Christmas verve. No, it's Christmas. It's the season.
He's too happy.
It's the Christmas time. Fetus is up and he's alive. So, I don't understand something. I've been doing a lot of research into what the new Congress has done, only because Jon Stewart. I just want to know this podcast is sponsored by Jon Stewart. If you guys do or do not watch him, he was on the Trevor Noah show. He went back on the Daily Show last week or a couple weeks ago, and he was talking about how our Congress can't seem to refund the health bill for the 9/11 first responders. Now, these are guys that, while the building was coming down on them, were already in it because they'd gone inside to save people, and a lot of them died. And the ones that didn't die dug through the rubble for months and got sick. And now we're 15 years after it, 14 years after it, and they're still sick. And they're dying in droves. Funerals all the time. And what we're doing is nothing for them. Basically, there was a it's called the Zadriga bill, the Zadrigor. There's a guy they named it after. Anyway, they had it for a while, and now it needs to be refunded because they're not all dead. Maybe that's what Congress thought. Maybe Mitch McConnell's like, you know what? They're not all dead yet. They're supposed to be dead by now. What's the deal? I hate that little turtle-faced hump. I really do. I got to tell you, this guy is one of the most. He's worth $27 million. So he really, really, he's the common man. He's really got the common man at heart. So I went over what Congress, because the Republicans control the Congress now, and I went over it and to see what they had done. And you know what? They haven't done shit for Americans. If you make over $1 million, they've actually done a lot for you. They cut your taxes $200,000. If you don't make $1 million, you know what they did? They raised your taxes $2,000. Every family got their taxes raised $2,000. Fetus has just brought up pictures of Mitch McConnell,
and he's giggling in the
my
corner.
God, is this a turtle-faced hump? It's insane. We got to put this up, guys. This is going to be one of the graphics we're going to put up. Anyway, and the things he's done are just—he's kind of an evil prick. He represents Kentucky. Do you know what he did? He refused to back a health beer for coal miners.
A beer?
A beer.
He's a beer.
I'm only a bill, and I'm sitting here on Capitol Hill because I'm always out and busy.
I don't know the whole song.
Wait, I don't know any of it.
You don't know?
No. Is this going to be another one of
Schoolhouse Rock? Fetus knows.
And I'm a fetus.
He's way younger than you.
What is it?
You never saw Schoolhouse Rock? Oh, no. You know what's weird?
Was there nudity?
I shouldn't be explaining. It's like I'm explaining the Beatles to you, and yet Fetus knows it.
My mom wouldn't let me see anything with nudity.
No, it's not nudity. It was animated.
Or that. Was it animated nudity?
Person, place, or thing. There were these 5-minute commercials between cartoons on Saturday morning because they knew they were just pounding your head full of sugary cereal commercials and toys, and then they had to do these. Put a little bit of that on, Fetus, in the background. Give me some sound of that. Louder.
Journey to the capital city. It's a long wait while I'm sitting in committee. But I know I'll be lost
Someday, and pray that I will, but today I am still just a bill.
Gee, Bill, you certainly have a lot.
They were trying to teach.
Well, Mitch McConnell took me in. I was going to help the 9/11 responders, but he's an asshole.
That's the new version. Turn it off.
It sounds like Fat Albert. I mean, you do, not that. Your version is racist.
My version is racist. No, it's not racist because Cosby raped a bunch of people. So actually, now it's okay to do.
Cosby did rape a bunch of people, and I actually had pulled up a story just
We'll
for
get it
you.
for the news. Yeah, I saw it.
It doesn't have to be for the news. I'm actually segueing
You want to talk
perfectly
it now?
into
Good.
it.
Well, I by the
I
way,
am going to talk it
so
now.
everybody, Mitch McConnell, do me a favor. Your congressman, do me a favor. Take 10 minutes.
No, I mean, we're going to go back to that.
I just want to find your congressman number and call him and go, you pricks. That you didn't back up the 911 responders. I hope to God you're in a car accident and the car's on fire and the cops are late. That's how mad I am about
I
it.
imagine that if you're a politician and you fight the first responders bill, that if your car does set on fire,
Right.
they won't show up.
I don't think so.
No.
Who is it? Mitch McConnell, I'm in a car burning. Okay. Hold, please.
Enjoy this hold music.
Do you like pina
While you die.
coladas? Getting caught in the rain.
Shouldn't it be something from
Then
like
I'm
Fire
fine.
Hose or something like that?
If you have half a
I don't know
brain.
how you came up with that
Do
song.
you like licking love at midnight? Hi, is this Mitch McConnell?
I
Yeah.
don't think anyone
Hey.
dies to that song.
Yes, it's Mitch McConnell. My car's on fire. Hold, please. At the Copacabana, the hottest spot north of Atlanta. Mitch McConnell? Yes, please. Send an ambulance. Hold, please. Dun, 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 dun. Dun.
Okay, now this was more what I imagined. The first two,
No, you want a horrible music, and then you want him to die to an AC/DC song. I think that's the way to go. Just irony of Mitch McConnell dying to an ACD song, basically.
The irony.
Because
is
I'm
very sad.
Great thing to go to hell in.
Right, highway to hell. Mitch is on a highway to hell. He's a mean one, Mr. Mitch.
That's a little taste of your song for next week.
Yeah, I'll be doing my new Christmas song next week.
Yeah, you will. Are you going to play guitar?
I was, yeah. He was going to download the music, but I'm going to get the electric out and I'm going to rock it up.
He was going to download the music.
I'm going to rock it up. I'm going to rip it up. I'm going to shake it up. I'm going to tear it up.
What's wrong with you?
Nothing's wrong with me. You're running a fever, so I just seem weirder than normal.
Oh. You're also purple.
Can you tell me about the Cosby story? I heard that Bill is doing something that is heinous.
It was actually a perfect segue. He is now accusing, Mr. Rapist, is accusing 7.
Hold on, the rapist.
The rapist.
The rapist is accusing the rappies.
The accuse.
What did he say to them?
The accusers by the rapist
The rapist.
of defamation.
He's accusing them
Of the rapist say
You cannot say that I raped you. That is defamation.
defamation.
It's actually accurate. If he raped them, it's accurate. It's not defamation.
He says that they knowingly published false statements and accusations against him. He is taking action against 7 of the women who have accused him. So guilty, right there, guilty. You mean 62 accused him, but 7 of them, he's like, whoa.
Of the 69 women that accused Bill Cosby, 7 of them, their stories are a little flim-flammy.
Flim-flammy is a legal term.
That's bullshit.
Yeah, right. You guys I raped, but you guys are full of it.
It's weird. I don't really understand.
that is-
Protect my image.
By the way, that is, but you either sue everybody for defamation or you sue nobody. You're right. That's amazing. Bill Cosby has sued 7 of the 60. Good. So I like that. Yeah.
He is
You
being,
know, I am a serial rapist, you see, but I don't rape everybody. Some of these bitches wanted it. Bah.
so he's only suing the 7 women in Massachusetts. So he's just starting in one state. 7 women in Massachusetts.
Why? Their laws. I bet you there's something in their laws that are different. Pull it up, Feedy. See if you can find something on it. I bet you that's what it is.
More than 50 women have come forward and filed allegations or...
Now, you were in legal stuff. Let me ask you something. If the burden of proof is much stricter in Massachusetts, is that why?
Well, this looks like it was a class action. It was a defamation suit.
Bombshell, attorney at law.
Yeah, she's sick today, though. It was a defamation suit by this lady, Traits, Sereniese, and Green. They first filed a suit against him in December of 2014.
Yes.
Then they were joined by 4 other women in this November, so just a month ago.
4
He
more,
has
you
now
say?
filed a countersuit
He countersued.
against them
Both of them. Or 4?
because a federal judge in Massachusetts has refused to throw out their suit against him. So the reason for this would be that over 50 women have made allegations of rape, but these 7 women have actually filed against him in court.
So what he's going to do is, I'm Bill Cosby. I'm worth $400 million. I'm going to beat the
He's
court
countersuing.
system. I'm going to beat the court system to death.
Right.
Make
I
them
have
spend
so much money, so many attorneys. Right.
Yeah.
So he's countersuing for the same thing because they're saying that he defamed them. I guess because, statute of limitations is run out on all of these, except for one.
That's
Gloria Allred is representing one that it hasn't
You
run
do.
out on, right?
Here's the thing with this. You do understand that these women, statute of limitations, he will not be doing time. A civil case they can maybe get him on, but I bet he's already offered them money at this point. That's what he did in the past. When you're suing and when you're actually taking this guy to court and there's nothing that you can really get out of it, he's not going to do time. That's kind of you're not suing.
Statute of limitations is run out even for civil, I believe. So anyone that knows better can correct me because this is Bombshell, sick attorney at law today. Statute of limitations.
Bombshell, attorney at law.
Yeah, on cough syrup.
Which is all my attorneys seem to be on cough syrup all the time. Go ahead.
No, they need to be. In California, the statute did not run out because this lady Huth is her last name, was underage when he raped her.
Boom.
That's why California has that caveat. So she has filed a civil suit against him in California, and Gloria Allred, which if you know anything about law, she's a bad motherfucker.
Yeah.
And she's like the one that you don't. I mean, when I heard that she had taken the case, I thought, oh crap.
They're going to settle. If his attorney has any brains at all, and she was underage, they'll settle. That woman will walk with $5 million.
Look up, Fetus. Can you look up what this lady is suing him for? How much?
Now, I have to ask you something about women. This is I hate talking about the Cosby thing still because I want to talk about this scumbag Mitch McConnell. But don't you know, as a woman, when men are a little rapey?
Well, I would say yes.
But he's super famous. He's iconic Bill Cosby.
Yeah, I would say yes. In a lot of instances, you do know. But I think there are a couple things working against these women. Most of them were underage.
A couple
All
of
of
things.
them-
Well, number one, Rufus. That was
All
working.
of them were drugged.
Yeah, that was working against him. You see.
And his,
And
you
I
know,
put it in the pudding pop.
oh my gosh. It's not like he was the lead singer of the Stone Temple Pilots or something where you'd think, oh, I better be careful. It was Heathcliff Huxtable.
Right.
It was the most lovable. He loved kids and he liked to dance by bopping his head
Theo,
down the
get
stairs.
in here. I'm the dad of the world, you see, because I will teach you how to do and live and do stuff. And then here's a Rufus.
Yeah, like
Let's have the sex talk, Theo. You put this in a drink.
no, what?
What? Hey, that's an episode I missed.
You know what I mean? Like so you were actually having to dismantle who you already thought he was while he's being creepy, and by
So
then
on-
he's roofied you and raped you.
So at first you think, oh, Heathcliff Huxtable's taking me to dinner and he's going to mentor me. That's a key, ladies. Anybody who's 20 years older than you and rich and says they want to mentor you, mentor means bend you over a table when you're naked, right? Pretty much we can use that. That's what it means, pretty much.
No, it's not supposed to.
It's not supposed to, but that's what they mean. Anybody, again, 20 to 25 years older than you and worth over $5 million. And they say and if you're 20 or 18 and they say they want to mentor you, that doesn't mean teach you things. Well, maybe it does, but not book learning. Let's just leave it at that.
What? I don't know. What?
There'll be a life lesson taught, but it won't be who you were hoping was going to happen.
Well, I do think that maybe, I grew up, my mom was really brutally honest about everything. It was so awfully painful about it was terrible.
My dad was too, from the other side.
My mom, you would say, what is sex? Thinking that she would tell you about the stork, and it would be this really cute story that ended in marshmallow fluff, unicorns, and feathers floating from the sky.
Sometimes sex ends like that.
Right. Well, now, if you have cough syrup, it does. But she wouldn't. She would be like, okay, here's a chart. Here's a medical photo. A man takes his veiny penis and he puts it in. You know what I mean?
She said veiny.
And I remember
And
thinking,
as the lips open, Mom, I'm going outside to ride bikes.
I remember just feeling like, oh, God.
My dad did that. I was 8 years old, 8 or 9 years old, on a road trip with him. And I go, Dad, what is sex about? And he goes, all right, here's what it is. We're driving. Yeah. Fetus just raised his hands. Yes. He's looking. You're looking at. They actually. Someone has posted.
Oh no! All legal documents are public record, so you can always go and look at the
Someone
pleadings
got them and
online.
posted them online, though. They're not all on the internet, though.
Yeah, now. At least in California,
Is
they
my
are.
divorce records on the internet? Oh, you could read some crazy stuff about that.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
So it doesn't say in the first filing document on December 1st, 2014, how much, but she wants compensatory damages according to
And
just everything.
punitive.
Punitive, compensatory, lots of legalese. But she
Punitive
wants
and
lots.
exemplary damages in an amount sufficient to punish Cosby for his wrongful conduct and deter further misconduct by Cosby or others. Second case of action for compensatory damages according to proof.
So do we need a vagina adjuster to come in and see how much damage was actually done?
Wow, they're asking for everything they can ask for.
So they thought he would settle.
They're asking for these punitive and compensatory damages and exemplary damages since date of action, interest as provided by law, and all costs of the suit, which Gloria Allred, I think
And it
she's like
happened
$1,000
in
an hour.
1974.
1974. He's screwed.
Wow.
He should be putting his money in trusts and.
He probably already has. I mean, come on. I am Bill Cosby, for God's sake. Hold on.
The impression I was doing was not very good, you see. And even now it's not very good. So I'm going to stop doing it because people have been doing the impression for a long time. You see,
I've gone from the man who inspired me to do comedy when I was 5 to this man that I think used his position and power to get in a position of power. Did Bill Cosby have a problem getting raped, or was it
Who told you, was it Jamie Foxx? Who told you that they got on a TV show with him and he told them?
No, it was like, I don't want to.
You don't want to say, okay.
Yeah, it was someone whose father was his best friend and one of the writers on The Cosby Show.
I know who that one is. This is a different one. This is someone who was an actor, a successful comedian and actor.
I went to acting class with Jamal, Malcolm Jamal Warner. I was in acting class.
It was someone that you told me got on a show with him, and I thought like something. I was thinking it was one of the
we were somewhere.
Probably one of the Wayans brothers, and he said the first thing that Bill Cosby said to him was, "You're about to get a lot of pussy."
I think that was Damon.
It was one of the brothers, I think.
Yeah, it was Damon. I think it was Damon said this to me.
And
that was a long time ago.
But you would always avoid it when I met you, and we had heard stories about him flying. He loves Asian chicks, Asian hookers all over to
comics
casinos.
Used to tell those stories all the time.
But you would always say, "I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to talk about it because I don't want to, and I don't want to meet him because I don't want to ruin." So even you knew, because you used to say, "I don't want to meet him because I think it'll ruin."
It's interesting because I didn't mind. I met Robin Williams, and he was exactly what I thought. He was the nicest guy in the world, really funny, really down to earth. Got to meet Bruce Springsteen, really fun, down to earth, and I've never wanted to meet Bill Cosby because of the stories I heard coming up through comedy. The stories I heard were harrowing. Not only that, but a gambling thing too. When he was I think I've talked about this before. When he was the biggest star on the planet Earth, he still had to fly into Harris Tahoe and do 2 or 3 dates a year. And I was like, why isn't he working Vegas? Why is Cosby working Harris Tahoe? It's because before the Cosby Show hit, he had racked up so much gambling debt that he owed them.
I've heard this.
Yeah, so
actually, you would have been one of the girls that it was your fault you got raped.
Dead to me, yeah.
Because you knew. You said it all the time. Because I took you to see him for your birthday one year, and I had thought about trying to get in touch with, whomever his agent was, whatever.
You would have been raped.
Oh, I so would have been raped, but I would have been like, whatever.
I met the bombshell, you see.
But
she does not remember
you
much.
didn't want to. You didn't want to meet him. And he's your hero, or was your hero.
I went to see him once, and I had an album. I had 200 Miles Per Hour, which is one of my favorite albums, up until he started raping people. Well, until I found out he was raping people. And I asked to meet him, because I'm a comic, and told him he inspired me. And they took him backstage, and he would not meet me, but he did sign the album.
He wouldn't?
He wouldn't meet me. He signed the album.
During your show?
No, I went to see him.
But, I mean, were you on TV?
No, not yet.
Well, that's why. You don't get access. Although you had your show when you met Carlin.
Yeah, Carlin was another guy I got to meet who was totally down to earth, and he was irritated that someone to meet him, like he hated that he was famous. That was cool about Carlin. Carlin was like, "Yeah, you want to meet me? I'm just fucking George Carlin." He didn't care. And I told him we were spreading my dad's ashes at Caesar's Palace in Tahoe in the casino. He said, "That's cool." That's cool, man. All right, back to Congress. Everybody, we talk about Congress a lot. We all bitch. Goes back to what I did in Evolution. Listen, we have to do something. Now, whether it's I left a really long message on Barbara Boxer's. Someone.
You did?
Yeah.
Oh
Not recently. This was during there was something else going on. I left a long message on their thing about doing what they got to do. And you know what I got back? I got a robocall back that said, "Thank you for calling. If you would like to donate to Barbara." I was like, really? You should probably listen to what I said, because I wouldn't be the call that you should be calling back to donate. So, bitch, you guys got to call. Take 5 minutes, 10 minutes at the most, because they're not going to pick up the phone. You're not going to have to get in a long conversation with anybody. To call in, leave the message. If you leave the message, they figure for every person that called, there are 50 people that didn't, that feel the same way. So if everybody calls, we got to change this. These 9/11 first responders, listen, Your house is on fire. Who do you want coming? You want a cop coming? You want a policeman coming? You want a fireman coming? You want an EMT coming? Save your ass? That's what they do. And now we're not saving there. Our Congress, these limp dick idiots won't help the guys.
I like that you'll say limp dick, but you won't say whatever word was going to be in place of idiots.
You know why?
I don't know why.
Because I would never call anybody what I feel about Congress.
Wow,
Yeah,
really?
Yeah.
Even your ex-wife?
Well, they are that. They are that. They are, as Jim Jeffries said, he's a bunch of limp dick cunts is what they are. That's what they are in Congress. They really are.
Sounds so sweet with an accent.
Yeah, and doesn't it? Jim Jeffries, I sat with him. We did a benefit for the Wounded Warriors. I sat with him and talked to him, and he can say it. It's like saying of or the. When he says it, it doesn't come up. Any white guy says it, American white guy, it just sounds evil and ugly. All right, yeah, bunch of cunt. It's what?
We drank with him in Montreal a couple nights in a row, and he does say it every other word, and it's sort of quaint.
Very
cute.
funny, self-aware human being, Jim Jeffries. I like him.
Yeah, he is. He's good.
All right.
Tell me, what do you...
I want you to call your congressman, guys. Listen, Democrat, Republican, because guess what? Here, you want to hear the crappy thing? And someone tweeted this out. It was on my Twitter feed. Someone actually tweeted out who voted against it. There's a lot of Democrats that voted against it. And here's the thing. It's not about these guys anymore. There's a bunch of other bills, pieces of this legislation. It's not just this one thing. It's this big bill for like highway funding and everything like that. And they're trying to put it in. So here's what they're doing. They're basically, everybody wants their little piece of pork pie in there. They want a little bit of money, a little bit of thing for their district. So what they're doing is they're playing politics with the guys' lives. And that's bullshit.
Why are they doing it?
So they can all get their own little piece. Mitch McConnell wants to be able, as an export oil thing. There's a ban on exporting oil or importing oil from certain places. They want to.
Why?
Because it's countries that we shouldn't be doing business with, and the Democrats are fighting against it. And so Mitch McConnell says he wants that out. If you guys let us, because basically they're getting kickbacks from the oil companies.
But don't you think that shouldn't be in that bill? I'm just wondering. I mean, if you really want to push the bill through and you're actually about helping the first responders, why do you have import-export oil crap in it?
It's a bargaining chip.
Yeah, it's a bargaining chip.
It's like
that's how it all works.
We'll push this. I'll vote yes to the first responder bill if you let me import this oil where I want to.
Beautiful. Do you know how this works?
Are you calling him beautiful?
No, you. It's not single bills. They don't. It's not just.
I know they always throw shit in there together, which causes all this fighting.
Right. So on the food bill, we want to fund children's lunches.
I understand
and the guy
sweet
goes,
ass.
No,
I'm just saying I don't agree
but
with
not
it.
Everybody. I was using you as an example to tell people who are going, "What are you guys talking about?" So what they'll do is, you think that they vote one thing at a time. People, they don't. What they do is they go, "We want to fund school lunches federally," and they go, "Okay, we'll do that." Well, then the guys that don't want that go, "All right, I'll vote yes for that if you put in that thing that we get to build a bridge in my district from my house to across the river so I can get here faster." And they're like, "Really?" And they, yeah, what's the bridge going to cost? $12 million. All right, we'll put that in. And then everybody gets their little chunk. That's why they wanted a line item veto. Line item veto where the president can just walk down and go,
right.
"Yeah, I'll vote for it." Nope,
But
cross it out.
right?
Cross it out. Nope, fuck that. You're not getting a bridge, dickhead. And you go, nope. You're not getting what, hookers? You put hookers in the bill? Like you're crossing that off.
They did the same thing on the whatchamacallit bill.
That was a bad one.
Oh my gosh, I can't think. The thing that allowed them to come into our homes, that the Patriot Act.
Yeah.
Remember that whole? We did a whole podcast about it. You weren't here yet.
In the
you
Patriot
weren't
Act.
born yet.
In the Patriot Act, there's a two-line item, page 115 or something, and it basically says that you cannot sue drug companies
Something random
for past vaccinations. And it's in the middle of it. I printed out the whole thing, and it cost me a printer cartridge, which son of a bitch. It was like 1,200 pages, and I read it, and there's a thing in it that says, just out of the blue, it's like list about TSA. We're going to see and then you got to take your shoes off and whatever it said, and then in the middle. And by the way, pharmaceutical companies, these two companies specifically, cannot be sued retroactively for any vaccinations that they gave you. And then, got to get on the airplane, and you can't have water.
They did it in the veterans bills, too.
Yeah.
So I guess this is what I'm saying. I mean, I think everyone knows what I'm saying is I disagree with that particular method of
Government.
I
think we all do.
Especially when dealing with something like this, 9/11 first responders. Like, how could anyone say no? I don't understand why you wouldn't want to help them.
How do you vote down the guys coming back from Iraq? The guys that gave
That's
their...
the other thing, and that's another bill that they sandwiched a bunch of crap in.
And they're not even. It's like, how do these? Is that your legacy? Look, in life, I believe you pick a job to do good, whatever it is. You're right.
Well.
You want to do good. You want to do good in your job and do it well.
There you go.
Look, I pick something so I can make things gooder for people. I want to make things gooder and for the betterment of other people.
Okay.
Right. Wellness is good, and I work for wellness goodly.
You do work goodly.
Thank you. Have you made fun of the way
You're
I speak enough?
You're goodly, and I'm godly.
That is true.
Bing. So, explain to me why you have an issue. Shouldn't Mitch McConnell say no because he doesn't want to agree with the oil crap that's been thrown in?
No, Mitch McConnell wants it.
This is where Rachel plays devil's advocate.
No, because, well, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. The oil thing is something he tacked onto this bill.
He did.
Yes. So he wants basically in this bill to also make it. It's this omnibus bill, which is this monster bill with all this crap in it.
Right.
And the government's not funded. You guys know that?
So Republicans in general, or are you accusing
specifically Mitch McConnell? Oh, not just Republicans. Oh, Democrats. If you look down, there's a Twitter feed. Go find out who voted against it, Fetus. There's Democrats that voted. We should just list them. There's Democrats that actually voted against refunding. And you know why they did it? Not because they hate that part. They hate some other part of it. We've become this bizarre country of just everybody sucking, trying to get their own little piece of nipple. That's all they're doing. Everyone they just want their own little piece of... That's all they want.
One of our Yorkies still, he goes to sleep and he makes his lips into a perfect O and goes... I probably shouldn't have done it so much when he was little. I should have weaned him earlier.
That's true.
So what?
And there's a lot of Republicans. There's a whole list, right? Fetus, they all voted no, right?
These are who voted
against. Who voted against? Guys, type in who voted against the 9/11 first responders.
Oh, I got it. Yeah, who voted against?
And I know nobody wants me talking about this crap. I know we'd rather be talking about buying a car or something. But you know what?
You can also go and look at a list of police officers who have died from 9/11 related illnesses. ATF, FBI, police, fire department. It's crazy.
Fetus, a lot of Democrats too, right? Everybody's playing politics with the lives of people who save lives. It's bullshit. All right.
There's a blog called Who Voted Against 9/11healthbill.tumblr.com.
4 Democrats.
Only 4 voted against it? How many Republicans voted against it?
A lot.
Yeah.
A whole list.
Yeah. These are the guys that we elected to Congress to run Congress, and they don't give a flying rat's ass about Americans.
195 in the Senate and House.
195 Republicans in the Senate and House voted against.
And a Democrat from Illinois.
And this is what I wanted to talk about. There's 4 Democrats. And by the way, those guys should burn in hell too.
It's a chick.
Here's what I'm going to tell you guys. I used to be a Republican. I voted for Reagan. I voted for George Bush Sr. I am not sure if I did or not. I didn't like.
You voted for Jr. too.
Did I? Because I didn't like Al Gore. Because I didn't like. I didn't want Al. No.
One time you voted for
one time.
him.
I didn't vote the second time. I voted, but I didn't like Al Gore at all. I think I made a mistake there. I just don't think Al Gore was a good leader. Then again, I think George Bush. I think I was wrong in that vote. So I was a Republican, and that's when people go, "You libtard." I'm like, guys, I always voted for the guy I thought was the best guy. I always did. So here's what happens: you've got these NASCAR Republicans, and I'm talking the people that live in the backwoods. I vote American. I got my guns, and I got my 1,600 square foot house. And you guys bust your ass. You guys work really hard, and you really hate the Democrats. But I just want to say the reason I'm not a Republican anymore, and I call myself an independent, I always look for the guy, is because of the Republicans. I go, the Democrats didn't have a better deal. The Republicans' deal was just so anti-American that I just said, fuck these guys. I'm not voting for these idiots anymore. My God, they back the rich up. They wouldn't even vote. Here's another bill. Just women, just Bombshell. You know what else they did?
Oh, I thought you were talking to Fetus.
I'm talking to you. Well, I was going to say women and say
both
feet.
of us. Go
All
ahead.
right, both you girls. I'm saying, wipe the look off your face. It's a joke. It's not a joke. He's very fuzzy for a girl. He's Sasquatch just grows. I've never seen a human being grow hair that fast who wasn't from a Middle Eastern country. But you're almost Canada, so maybe it's a little bit of French Canadian or something in you.
It's pretty sad, this whole thing.
By the way, just so you guys know, as I'm talking, babbling, Bombshell's looking at the list of guys who voted against it.
Actually, I'm looking at a gallery of pictures of officers and police and first responders, like this guy, Greg Quibell, 53 years old, hospital bed, lives there after chemotherapy for leukemia. He became ill 2 months after working. He worked at Ground Zero for 2 months, and then he passed away in 2008. And it's pathetic. These pictures, pictures of them.
Away.
Yes.
Zadroga.
So,
is the guy's name Zadroga? The bill's called the Zadroga.
The Zadroga
bill?
Act. It was in 2010.
It
took years.
Passed?
I mean, if you think this happened in 2001, and this act did not come about till 2010.
No, and again, they thought people were scamming them. Congress, these rich assholes, and I'm going to say it very clearly. They had to find, you know why that's called the Zadroga bill? Because they kept going after it, and they said, no, has nothing to do with it. And then they found chips of bone in his lungs that he'd been breathing in, and that's why that's named that. So when are we as Americans going to have the balls to stop worrying about right and left and just do what's fucking right?
It's all about money. The lawmakers are disagreeing over whether the bill needs to be paid for. Jon Stewart is making it really uncomfortable for people.
Good, he could. By the way, American hero. A real American hero.
Reappeared on the
Daily Show. The only reason I'm doing this is because of Jon Stewart. And if people that don't watch Jon Stewart get like me, and they'll help these guys. We got to call. I'm going to call tomorrow. I'm going to call all my, because my congressmen are California. They're Democrat, and they voted for it already. And what am I going to bitch at them? Hey, guy, good job. I should call Mitch McConnell's office. The
health care provision of the Zadroga Act expired in September, and it's going to run out of funding early next year. Lawmakers in the Senate have promised that an extension of the program will be included in this omnibus bill. It's a spending bill. That's why they're negotiating it. Budget. So it's budget issues. It's all about budget issues.
They funded a 600.
It was actually pointed out that a group of senators is simultaneously negotiating a bill that would extend around $800 billion in tax breaks. For instance, it would extend write-offs for business investments and repeal a specific tax in the Affordable Care Act.
Yes, $800 billion. A Republican controlled Congress is now passing an $800 billion tax break for businesses and people that make over $1 million. They're also charging American families $2,000 extra of tax per year. So here's why I became anti-Republican, is because they don't care about the American people. They say they do. They go, we're going to go to war. We're going to blow them up.
I don't think any of them do.
I think there's some good ones. I will say, you know what? I'm wrong. You're right. You're absolutely right.
People,
I like Rand Paul.
The good people, they don't get into politics because you can't raise enough money to compete anymore unless you're doing special interests and things like that. Good people go and start Fortune 500 companies and give money to charity and stuff like that.
Right.
I mean, honestly, Bill Gates, he's leaving all of his money, which is...
So is Zuckerberg.
But
Didn't Zuckerberg say he's...
Yeah, they're going to slowly give off all their shares, which is tons and tons.
They're giving away
to charity.
90%, right? That's still going to give his kid $445 million.
Yeah, they're good. But like the Bill Gates and his wife, they are not leaving their kids anything. He said, we prepared them. We get them best education, best everything, and we're going to send that money on to foundations that need it. Our kids are prepared for the world to build their own fortune or not become addicted to meth or whatever they do.
That's got to be That's got to be really, Dad. It's
$48
billion, really. Wait,
Robert
no.
Menendez is a senator from New Jersey, and he
$20 million couldn't just go on my bank account, like even $48 billion, right? No. I'm glad I came home for Christmas.
This is what's wrong with America.
I'm happy. No. I don't want.
I'm trying to talk about first responders, and all you care about is me not leaving you money.
Pass the potatoes? Is that what you said, Dad? Pass the potatoes? Why don't you pay somebody who's less than your own flesh and blood? You know what? This is bullshit. All I'm asking for is $20 million, Dad. You turtle face glasses wearing freak. And now that was Christmas at the Gatehouse.
So Robert Menendez, who's a senator from New Jersey, he's been fighting for this, and he's on the Senate floor. He's the one that pointed out the $800 billion tax break thing negotiation going on.
That's awkward.
He said, I don't understand how the rules don't apply to large corporations that will reap billions of dollars, but somehow those rules are asserted when we are trying to take care of the men and women who responded on that fateful day. He said, we should accept our profound collective responsibility, not charity, but responsibility to act on this legislation.
Yeah, we're not giving it. This is not food stamps. This is not welfare. These are guys that put their asses on the line for Americans. And the same thing with our soldiers that are coming home. These sons of bitches are like, we're not going to give it free. There's no free lunch. Hey, really? You sat in D.C. wearing a suit, dickhead, while these guys, you decided to send these guys, and a lot of them lost limbs, a lot of them lost eyes, and now you're saying, these guys, they just want their normal VA benefits, which is horrible. It's a 3-year backup. And then the bill that they shot down was to get them training to get better jobs. So what can you do?
Well, I used to, a big shell you put in a tank. That's what I did. Carried those around for a while. Every once in a while, boom, it was good. That's what I did. They called me a boomer. That's what I did. So you got anything like that here down at the subway? What? Can I load shells into a tank here at the subway? No?
We don't have, I'm sorry.
Well, I can carry a lot of ammo.
We don't. We just have ham. We have hammo. We don't have.
That's pretty funny, ammo.
Thank you.
I can carry about 400 pounds.
You're making me uncomfortable.
Well, was I making you uncomfortable when I was over in Iraq, breathing that sand, fighting them people?
It's making me uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Pass the ham.
Hammo. I'm loaded full of hammo. There you go.
He farted.
At a job interview.
Because he would.
He wouldn't care.
I couldn't know how to work here at the computer lab, but Mitch McConnell is a limp dick cunt.
Wow.
He can say it. I can't.
Oh, I was gonna say, did you
my
just
characters,
get brave all of a sudden?
My characters. He really is. He really is.
All right. This episode
of the Titus Podcast is brought to you by Harry's.com. Harry's, where you're going to get the best damn shave you've ever had. How close you want to get. Use a Harry's razor and you'll see how close is. Ha ha. Harry's.com. Use promo code Titus. You know what you're going to get? You're going to get $5 off your first order and free shipping. And if you order right now, we've got a holiday gift set. Go check it out.
I love the holiday gift set.
Harry's.com.
There's so many cool things now. The travel set that you can add
Yo,
stuff
damn,
on.
you
Oh
smooth.
My gosh.
You smooth, man.
Oh my
Damn.
gosh. How did he come back?
Yo, this Willie for Harry.
Willie for Harry. I love the holiday box. I love the travel thing, the face wash, which is new. I'm like in love. So here's how good the product is. My sister comes to visit. I just had to share this because I'm like...
That was a nice week. Your sister, I'm not a big fan of family, but I will say that it was a nice week.
Anyway, my sister came...
Because I grew up with my family. It has nothing to do with you.
The first day we got back from the road, and I had the stuff put away that they sent us to use, and I was like, I got to show you this. And I sat for 5 minutes and went through all of it, asking her if her husband would like it and telling her she should try it. And after 5 minutes, I was kind of embarrassed, like, I'm not just saying it because they advertise. I was like, I really like the product. Right. So now she's stoked. So she's going to order it for her brother-in-law. Right. So anyway, I just thought, what a great product if I'm selling it without being paid to.
Well, here's how good a price it is. She didn't go, can you call them and have them send me some free ones?
Exactly.
It's $10.
Yeah.
It's $10. So people are, oh, hell, I'll buy 4 of them. And by the way, we're buying 4 or 5 just to have around the house, and we're going to wrap them. So when people come over, boom.
Here's the other thing, how you know it's good. I went online and used promo code Titus and got it for my dad.
There you go.
I drank the Kool-Aid.
Listen,
I'm all in.
We're not just corporate whores.
No, I'm like sucked in. I feel a little bamboozled.
I always said that. I said the only reason we'd ever take ads on this show was if we like the product. And the product it's inexpensive. It shaves you like a muffo.
There's
Fetus.
Yeah.
Like you take that you take that roughness off all the time. You take the Wookie'ness off, man, all the time. And it's weird. You have no middle ground, dude. He comes in bushy or just baby.
Yeah, the baby's a little alarming. So
It really is.
It is kind of freaky. But the full Sasquatch is creepy, too.
Yeah, there's a middle ground.
I like the middle ground.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, my roommate couldn't decide what to get his dad for Christmas because he's got everything for everyone else. So instead, he went on Harry's, which has more tiers than just the $10.
Yes.
Right.
He bought the travel kit and engraved the razor.
Oh.
Yeah, because
the copper razor.
Yeah, the copper
That's
razor.
the one
Yeah,
I
he
like.
got it engraved because you can put like 3 letters on. But the funny thing is, he changed his dad's iPad to call him like poopy butt pants, and his dad doesn't know how to change it back, and so the razor subtly is engraved with poo. And his dad has really bad eyesight, so he'll just never know.
Oh my gosh, that's awesome.
That's really horrible that he's not going to know the joke. It's really
It's awesome.
actually, and also funnier. It's actually not as funny
really
and
great.
funnier. At
I
the
feel
same
like
time.
we all have drank the Kool-Aid of Harry's, but because it's holiday season, you can go like Fita said, there's all different tiers and you can add the travel thing to the tier and all that. First order, promo code Titus at harrys.com and it gets you $5 off your first purchase.
And now, from sea to shining sea, continent to continent, and sometimes in the outer reaches of space, it's Bombshell Rae, bringing you the Bombshell News. Drone strike. Wait, I'll do it again. Drone strike. No, see, I actually gave you a K, and you didn't use it. You suck. I actually give her a K. She goes, man, I don't understand. trying to get back
On
to
the
my
cover
job.
of MSN.com, they've got the coolest cars of the all-new Peterson Museum. I know
Oh,
you're
I got to do a
super
thing.
excited.
Tomorrow night, we have to go to the Peterson Museum. I have to do a little bit of comedy for a bunch of people that are really super cool.
I have to wear a dress.
Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do.
Ew.
I get some Harrys.com on there. Let me smooth it out. Yeah.
Super. You sound like a rapist.
I am a rapist. By the way, that guy, you're like, no, you're not. No, I swear to God, I am a rapist, and you are going. The rapping will start in a minute now. I will rip your clothes from your body. I'm a rapist. Okay.
I like that guy, unfortunately.
Yeah, unfortunately, you're like, all right.
By the way, because I'm in the spirit of Cricks Mix and I know everyone else is
It's
full
Cricks Mix time.
there's a new album out. It's Goats Singing Christmas Carols. I feel like that's a holiday album. Have you heard about? How come you've heard about all the weird shit? It's like the album you didn't know you need, but you kind of have to have it.
Wait, it's goats. How do they get the goats?
It's an entire Christmas album sung by goats.
It's a weird audition.
It's created by a Swedish branch of Action Aid. It's a charitable organization dedicated to fighting global poverty. All I Want for Christmas is a Goat features 8 holiday classics, including Oh Holy Night, Oh Come All You Faithful.
If we to combat global hunger, why don't we just send them goats? We don't need to get them an album. Hey, here's an album with goats singing.
I don't know if they can hear that.
Is that a commercial? Are you making that? Oh my God!
Samla familjen och värme till några av
Well, yours
julens
is an
mest
ad.
folkkära sånger.
That is wrong. Wow, they Tejano'd it up. How do you Tejano a goat? That's like it's everything I
They
hate.
didn't say where the goats were
Tejano
from.
music and goat singing. That's the 2 worst things I can possibly think.
You can
If
listen.
my ex-wife did lead on that, that would be my most hated thing on the planet.
You can listen to the entire album on Spotify.
Oh my God!
I know everyone's
Fetus
interested.
is a 3-year-old child. Look at him. He just went goats. Wow.
Riverside County, California, a guy named Albert Luna, also in the spirit of Christmas, tried to carjack a FedEx truck.
Cricks Mix.
Because imagine all the stuff that's on a FedEx truck right
Right
now,
now,
right?
yep.
Although I would carjack on the 23rd and 24th.
Right.
Because that's when guilty husbands desperately buy last-minute gifts and they feel guilty because they didn't buy anything and they buy all the good shit on your list.
I have I've already worked. I've got a bunch of stuff for you already. But yesterday you just sent me your Christmas list, which is annoying. It's
You
really
didn't
annoying.
send me yours.
I don't have a Christmas list.
Well, that's stupid.
No,
Talk about annoying. I love that I'm annoying.
I am blessed. I have an amazing wife. I have an amazing job. I have the cars I want. I don't want any more stuff.
Don't you
I
want
just-
some
I-
shiny shit?
I cleaned out my
I
closet.
want some shiny
I cleaned out
shit.
my closet. Like, people, do you agree that we
Cleaning
all
out
have
my
too much
closet.
shit? Everybody has too much shit. I cleaned out my closet today, and there was a pile of clothes that I don't wear anymore. That was a huge black garbage bag, like a full-on 80-gallon trash bag full of clothes and shit. And I just thought, why do I? And I kept thinking, can I have more of that I already have 4 of? That'd be good. I've been very blessed. You know,
Yeah. I went.
We need to go next week. Why don't we go? Okay, so we don't want to just do it on Christmas, though. We need to find something to do.
You need to find something to do.
I'm going to announce in April we're going to be doing a benefit at the Alex Theater, if we can find the date. A comedy benefit for half the money.
It's interesting how the holidays bring up guilt in you. Your father
No, it brings up hatred. No, I have
has
a lot of-
succeeded.
No. It doesn't bring up guilt. It brings up. No. I like Christmas. I used to hate it though.
You did when I met you.
Yeah, I hated it.
It made me sad.
It was kind of bullshit. Is this tree in the
Yeah,
house,
I
dumbass?
hated
I was
that.
my dad. I heard myself saying.
Oh, I
the
thought you were
exact-
doing you.
No, I was doing me.
Oh.
I heard myself doing that, and I heard my father.
It's terrible.
And then I remember just having a moment because you were so psycho about Christmas. I kept thinking, he's a freak. Likes all holiday people, good cheer and peace on earth. What's your deal? Which is really the sad. That's where my head was at the time. You met me at a bad time. I don't know how you stayed with me, frankly.
Well, my mom, I'm into self-flagellation.
I like that. When
Ew.
you do that. I like watching it.
No.
What does that mean?
Oh my gosh. The obvious joke was a fart joke, but you had to go to the rapist version.
I'm a rapist. You'll self-flagellate now. And then I will lotion myself.
Ew.
Because I am a rapist. But I like to moisturize.
No.
Bombshell's swinging her chair back and forth. She slammed it into the table. There you go. That's for making fun of me. There you go. How you like
I didn't
that?
make fun of you.
Jesus was watching and said, slam her finger
I
in
think
that.
we know who Jesus is watching.
Yeah.
Anyway, Albert Luna in Riverside County decided to jack a FedEx truck. Let me see if you take this out of
Okay.
the story. I won't say what my issue with this is.
You know, the great thing is that FedEx trucks really blend in, too.
FedEx driver was getting a package out of the truck when Luna demanded the keys. He was not wearing any clothes at the time. The driver handed over the keys and ran to a nearby home to report the incident. He was not injured. Any problem yet? Any issue?
I have a little issue with the naked robber thing.
Okay.
All
right.
Did he have shoes on or nothing?
He's naked.
And he just said, give me the keys to
Naked.
the truck. Now, at that point,
Here
I
you
go,
go.
wow, what's coming after you? Why are
Here
you
you
naked
go.
and what's chasing you?
Oh. No, still don't.
Here,
Still not.
just hop in. We'll get out of here. That's what I said.
Do you know what I know you don't have if you're naked?
A gun.
A gun.
Or a knife.
knife.
Unless you unless
Or a
it's in a
job.
very painful place. Or a job.
Or probably education.
Or backup.
Exactly.
Yeah,
friends.
yeah,
you don't
friends.
have,
You have
you
not-
don't
if you
have
show up-
anything.
Right.
So why did the FedEx driver throw his keys to him and run? It says he ran to a nearby home.
Maybe part of him was in weapon form.
Oh,
Because
the
at that point,
rapist.
I'm like, here is my keys. Yeah, maybe. Oh, now if he just maybe he's just a big monster muscle guy.
No, I said his name was Luna, right? He's a wiry little Mexican dude in Riverside. I'm looking at a picture of him.
And he just showed up naked and said, give me the keys. And they got
Anyway, apparently he doesn't know how to drive. So he got into the truck. The FedEx driver drove to a nearby home to report the scene, called the cops. Luna got in, put the keys in the truck, unable to drive it. So he ran away from the scene, still naked.
Naked. I'm a rapist. I'm a naked rapist. Fucker.
This is the worst carjacking ever.
Why did that make the news?
I have
That-
issue.
That should say, dumb guy makes bad mistake. They shouldn't even made the news. That's the dumbest. That's by far one of your worst. They're searching. They're searching for stories.
I
now.
just have issue with the FedEx guy. That's my whole
Yeah,
issue.
yeah. That's Bob. Sit down for a second here. Yeah. Listen, we got a call from some reporters. I heard you were attacked by a guy and they stole your truck. So did the guy have a bat or something? Was like no a gun? You have like a big
Well,
weapon?
he kind of had a bat. What he didn't.
Really, big guy?
It's more like a Louisville Slugger.
Really,
It's like-
really. So it's big. So he's gonna.
No. He's Mexican. It was one of those little souvenir ones, like you get at the ball game.
So I don't. So basically, he had a tiny bat, and yet you gave him the keys to the truck.
Yeah.
You know, there's thousands and thousands of dollars of people's Christmas presents in there.
Yeah.
Okay, so when did you try to fight the guy at all?
He had a bat.
He had a bat, tiny little bat though.
Tiny little bat.
So did you have a gun at all?
I don't have a gun.
Hmm.
He had a bat.
Was it scary?
He had a bat.
Was it? What do you?
It's pointing.
Sheila,
at
can we
me.
get someone in here? He's having a breakdown in the office. I don't know what's going on. Listen, we're gonna have to let you go. And we got a new driver, Felipe. Why are you naked, Felipe?
He has a bat.
And scene. Very nice. Fetus does a golf clap behind you.
Dancing Korean woman's oral fixation has the internet fixated.
What is this?
Oh, look at Fetus. Speaking of tiny bats, he's very excited about this story.
Oral fixation dancer. What?
It's a South Korean woman. She
Okay.
has followers on Facebook because she puts up regular videos where she orally fixates with food and other various items. Her pièce de résistance is
Wait,
called Under the Sea.
She's giving BJ's to fruit.
It's her mermaid routine with seafood. Her name is Siori. She is making out with a fish, a full-blown live fish. Put it in her mouth. Look at that. Look at that picture. It's a video. You can pull up the video. You can watch the whole
This
video.
is okay. I have a question.
I am a mermaid.
Do you know that men are so freaky and disgusting that women now know that they can make money doing anything with their bodies, kissing a fish?
Oh, it's totally manipulation.
Totally.
It's funny because men think that they're in control because they're the ones that the women are doing it for, but really these women just sign off on the chat video scene, or they get off the stage and they high-five each other holding your money, and then
men
they
are the stupidest things in the world.
go home
that
to their husband.
And that guys, that you don't get that you're just being used. It's like it's crazy to watch. You're just being used for money because you're an idiot. Because you're at the deep down, there's that pineal part of your brain. You're just a caveman going. Naked.
Speaking of crappy men, Lamar Odom actually is still not doing great. Forgets his own name. Can't remember his own name.
Lamar.
I don't know if he could remember his own name before that happened.
A rapist.
Adam naked, cocaine naked. My hair $20 lap dance naked. Oh, he's a fish.
Nobody remembers how much a lap dance is.
Naked.
He's a fish.
Naked.
Oh, he's a fish.
Under the sea. Get naked.
We're just idiots. Like that, anybody even buys into that, guys. Next time you're looking at some naked woman on the internet, or you click on something, you're just understand that you're stupid.
Haven't you seen, those the things where you can go and watch a chick like video chat or whatever like that, or you basically have this false online what's it called? Relationship?
Naked?
Cough syrup?
Naked?
Yes, sometimes naked, but not always naked. It depends on what your thing is. Do you like shoes? Do you like
naked.
soccer jersey?
Oh, soccer naked.
No.
Naked. Soccer. Oh.
And then she
Kick a
puts,
ball. Oh, naked.
then she puts a list of her wants. Were we talking about this?
There's Twitch.
I knew he would know what this was. Okay.
Oh, Twitch naked?
Yes, please.
Oh, naked.
Okay.
All right,
So-
what is this?
So you have like you have what's called, they're kind of two branches. They're like, okay, I'm gonna get made fun of, but yes, I know they're cam girls.
Just when you walk to the mic, you're getting made
Yeah,
fun of. That's
whatever.
why we have
Yeah,
you on.
I-
the
Wait,
mic.
wait. Let him explain his very proficient knowledge of Twitch.
Okay, so they're cam girls, which just that they've been around since the internet. They just undress in front of like webcams, and you pay money and you see that. But the new quote unquote new thing is
Wait, like the old, like way in the 30s, they had these booths. They would put a quarter in and flip up, and they would dance. So it's like that on web chat now.
Exactly.
yeah, those were Nickelodeons, but that you could. That was the early
And-
porn.
Anything that had to do with naked, feed us not everything. If it had to do with naked, feed us no.
We had a podcast on old porn.
Tell us about
Sure,
naked.
that's why. Okay, go.
Okay.
All
So
right.
Twitch is an internet like TV channel where you watch people play video games.
Naked?
And so if you like what a person is doing, you can give them money. So a lot of these girls, they'll set their webcams so that you see the bottom of their chin and their breasts, and you just watch them and they just play video games, and people will just give them money, and they're not even like undressing or anything. They're just playing video games with their boobs just
So there
out
are
there.
other sites that have nothing to do with video games
Right.
for people that actually have relationships and stuff like that. And He's about to say whatever. Do you see his whatever
Twitch
face
and
coming on?
Twitch.
Look at it.
Come on, yeah, he's fighting it though. It's good to watch him contort to try
Isn't
to fight.
it funny? His whole
Yeah.
face is twisted up. Anyway, so they'll put their want list on there, and
This is like stuff that you have to buy them.
Yeah.
yeah, like, and it's little things, gift cards to here. It's like a Christmas list, right? And see,
Naked.
And if you buy them that stuff, they'll do stuff.
Naked.
so you can,
I would never
or
stoop to that
not.
level.
Depends on what you like. Obviously, you like naked. So you could put naked, and then, but you'd have to buy her the iPhone or the iPad, or for some high dollar hookers, the car or the diamond or.
Expensive naked.
No, okay.
Too much.
Let's go back. Cheap naked is what he likes. So
cheap naked.
you're probably going to have some hairy chests.
Free naked.
No, not free naked.
Sometimes maybe a little Louisville Slugger in there. You
Oh,
don't
Yeah,
know.
you never
You don't
know.
know.
You don't know.
Like,
Oh, naked. Oh.
Speaking of
There's a Mike.
speaking of naked,
Mike naked.
this this episode is also brought to you by Casper.com, where you can be naked.
oh, it's just the weirdest thing, man. It's weird that men are just like so that we don't even get how stupid we are.
So Casper.com, also our other favorite company that we advertise with, or no, they advertise with us if I'm not on cough syrup. And I love this product. Everybody knows how much I love this product. Fetus went and got one of these products.
How's it working out? How many days you in now?
Casper and I are celebrating our 1 month anniversary.
No, I thought it was more than that. 30 days. More than 30 days?
It's been more than 30 days.
No, here's the great thing, though. He has 100 days to try it, risk-free. And if he doesn't like it within 100 days, he can send it back.
So let me ask you something. Would you pay for it?
I paid $700 because I bought a full, which is normally $750. But
so you could see
I
it-
used promo code Titus.
And you have some room to do bed stuff.
Oh yeah.
You need some room to do the bed.
okay,
yeah.
so on a full. So
Yeah.
you like smaller girls.
I didn't want to
Naked.
buy. I don't have room in my room for a queen. So
Do you discriminate against bigger women? Is that what you're saying?
I'm not falling into this trap.
You don't like full-figured women?
I'm not saying in
Fat
any kind of
naked.
answer to any of these questions.
Let's say that
Blah,
you
blah,
go
blah, blah,
more
blah.
for a Hermione
Naked.
Yeah.
profile.
Yeah,
See,
that's
I knew
right.
he'd agree
Yeah.
with that.
All right.
Every guy likes a Hermione.
No, they don't.
No guy doesn't like Emma Watson.
No, I'm not even talking like that. I'm talking about no guy want. Do guys like really?
All right, let's move on. Anyway, mattresses made in America, which Christopher Titus
No, I
loves.
want to ask him. So tomorrow, I'll give you $100, but I'll take the mattress. You can't sleep on it anymore.
No.
Wow,
Okay,
that was sad.
it's two technologies: latex foam and memory foam come together. You can twin size $500. You use promo code Titus, and you have to go to Casper.com/Titus. You get $50 off. Any mattress, any of them.
$500 for a twin, $950 for a king size mattress. And guys, it's memory foam. I'm telling you, I have not slept better since we got the memory foam mattress.
And let me ask you: have you done bed stuff on? Not hand stuff, but bed stuff on the Casper mattress yet?
Yeah, hand stuff doesn't count.
Do our
as bed
listeners
stuff.
really want to hear?
Yeah.
We I think they're honestly.
They just
if
wanna
you say
know.
yes, they will break into applause in
Yeah.
their vehicles. Yes, I do believe they would be so happy that Fetus did some bed stuff.
Yes, I've done bed.
Boom! Yeah. All right.
Did you notice just the right sink and just the right bounce?
Yes, I
Not
did.
on her, but on the bed stuff.
Yes,
on the bed.
Yes, I did. Perfect amount of sink.
And bounce?
Perfect amount of
Did you
bounce.
call her Hermione? Did you make her wear? Did you make her wear?
There was no wizard foreplay this
Why not?
early.
Stop! Now it took me to a weird place. He just went-
You brought that
I
upon
started.
yourself. Yep, that was your
started,
fault.
And then I did.
Yeah.
Casper.com/Titus, promo code Titus. You get $50 off any order. So you get a twin for $450 if
And
you
Jo-
want.
and-
Free delivery,
and Agent
free
Big Squashy-
returns, 100 days.
Agent Mick Squashy's digging it still.
Agent Pig Squashy all about it. He actually asked for a platform for it for Christmas.
Because he's getting his ass kicked into some new training, right? He took some new training.
I can't talk about that.
Can't talk about that.
Can't talk about him or his bed stuff.
Ew.
This company is turning roadkill into high fashion furwear.
And we're back to the news.
Wait, not Casper, right?
No.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
No, no,
this
no.
company's turning roadkill. Yeah, your bed's got roadkill. No, it doesn't.
It's called
that was a-
Petit Morpheurs. It's a Boston area company. She's offering the fur industry an alternative to wild fur trapping and large-scale fur farms.
It's like roadkill fur.
Yes. All of the fur is being thrown away anyway, she said. If we can pick that up, we never have to kill another fur-bearing animal again.
I'm sure they're making some.
They've
nice
got an
jackets.
accidental fur raccoon neck muff that looks particularly fabulous to me. They're the animal rights freakies. They're a little ambivalent about this. They don't really know how to come at this.
They're already dead.
Exactly. But who's to say that
They weren't
Petit
murdered.
Morphers isn't sending out
Cars.
the S10?
That's their commercial.
It's already dead.
He's already dead. I did not do this.
Do not understand. Anyway,
I find it.
people at
Really?
animal rights groups are saying that they just say it's in very poor taste. She declined to elaborate further. I don't know why. There is a picture of the lady that her name is Pam Paquin, and she calls it harvesting, and she's actually on the street harvesting the pelt of a fisher cat in central Massachusetts.
There is we have, you know what I like about that's green. That's green fur trade right there is what that is. And saving the planet one dead raccoon at a time. We are in. Did people go to school? Is that what didn't happen? Like their parents didn't send them to school, and they just. How do you? I don't understand people. I don't understand why people's brains go.
I don't. What?
Are you saying you don't
Is
like
that-
the idea, or you
I
do
don't
like
like it. Is the
idea?
raccoon on your Christmas list? The raccoon muff?
It's about to be.
Naked.
No, with a raccoon muff.
A roadkill raccoon?
Naked.
You like that?
Raccoon. Nice.
Oh,
Naked raccoon.
what was that?
It's a raccoon.
That noise
Have
was
you
a
ever heard
raccoon?
before?
Squeak. Hello, baby. I don't know what they sound like.
That was your whole raccoon impersonation?
It's the best I got today.
Squeak.
You're gonna get an email from Pixar to voice the raccoon in their next
exactly.
movie.
Do a raccoon.
Hello, baby.
No.
I did it. I did already.
No.
He said a Pixar raccoon.
That was your second raccoon. No, that was your first raccoon. There you go. You have 3 raccoons. Give me one. Give me number 1. No, number 1.
Squeak.
No,
Hello, baby.
Number 3.
that was number 1. Okay, give me number 2.
Squeak.
Give me 3.
Hello, baby.
That's it.
Okay.
And you stuffed raccoon. And every time I press a pause, it's one of those 3.
Raccoon naked.
No, combine all 3.
Okay. Squeak. Hello, baby. You guys are idiots. And yet I do it. I'm the clown that will dance like a dumbass.
You're like the webcam girl. You're just
I
manipulating
am.
us, right?
Money to iPhone. I mean naked in iPhone.
You will do raccoon sounds for iPhones.
If you want to see this, or maybe something better,
I've
probably.
been doing a 90-minute show on raccoon noises. You're coming at the Chicago Improv. Come on down. I call it coon. It's not what you think.
shampoo, shampoo improv. What's it called? Schomburg improv.
Improv. Wow. The show brought to you by NyQuil. Bombshell Rae. The one that keeps her going and being goofy as shit. NyQuil.
So if you want to snuggle either of us, only 5 days before Christmas, you could come out on Sunday the 20th. We're going to be at the Schomburg Improv the 18th through the 20th, celebrating Christmas that whole weekend.
Grandma's going to be there.
My grandma, my 82-year-old grandma that I do all the material about is going to be there.
Let's go Christmas shopping. I'll go.
Oh, yeah, people can see finally that I don't make up the voice that I do. Also, if you want to bring in or ring in the new year with all this,
New show's rocking. New show's getting good.
December 31st through the 2nd. 2 shows on New Year's Eve, 1 show on Friday, 2 shows on Saturday.
Tempe Improv. New Year's live at the Tempe Improv. Christopher Titus, Born with a Defect tour. That's right. He was born and he's defective. Christopher Titus, Tempe Improv. New Year's. Be there.
Also coming up.
He's going to drop his balls.
Squeak.
Hello, baby.
Squeak. Also coming up is our Grand Rapids Wealthy Theater, Milwaukee Vogel Hall, and Minneapolis Pantages. That's going to be 14, 15, and 16. Pantages, all of the VIP has already sold out, and so it's better hurry. That's all I'm saying on that one. Chop, chop, choppity chop.
Thanks, guys, for listening. Do me a favor. Go to iTunes. Go to iTunes and review the podcast. Go to Titus Podcast on iTunes. Because every time you review the podcast...
A maxi pad gets its wings.
That's right. Follow us on Twitter at Titus Nation. Again, that handle was picked in a very minute.
You can change that, right?
No, then I can't keep my follow. I have to start all over.
Oh.
Yeah, so I'm not doing that.
Okay.
I don't know what my imaginary.
Somebody
people.
already had Christopher Titus.
That's right. Also at Ray Bradley. You can also follow me on Instagram at Titus Nation. Fetus.
Follow me at The Ryan Farmer.
On Facebook, The Real Christopher Titus, and
Bombshell Rae, Titus Podcast.
click through the Amazon link. You're buying Christmas crap right now, and I know some of you are desperate. Before you go to Amazon, go to ChristopherTitus.com. At the bottom, there'll be a little Amazon button. Click through that, and you know what? It helps us keep the doors of the Combustion Lounge open. Thank you so much. Subscribe to Christopher Titus TV on YouTube. We're going to start doing weekly videos again. We're going to start putting stuff up again. And review us on iTunes. Because, again, this is my favorite joke of the year, by the way. Every time you review us on iTunes, a maxi pad gets its wings. You made me really happy with that, by the way. It makes me giggle in my car by myself sometimes, which makes people think really weird of me at stoplights.
Sorry, I was rolling a
Or yell at
Sharpie
you
around
and
on
chase
the
you down
desk.
to a mall parking lot.
Okay, look, man, I know I put you through some trauma on that tour, and she said, I don't know, that she said it wouldn't happen had she been there. She said that.
Yes, it would have.
No, you said you stopped it.
No, you do that shit all the time, and I can't stop it.
All right, this is the Titus Podcast. Thanks for listening. For myself, Bombshell Rae, and the Fetus. Later.
Peace out.
See ya.
I do not do that all the time.
No, you do.
No, and you say something great. This is great. You're a grown man.
That's why I have anxiety.
You don't have anxiety.
Squeak.
Hello, baby.
Naked.